We Office Uptech are there for you today and tomorrow.
Well, you're becoming trusted advisors for us, so thank you very much. An Office Hub and being there to help us in this difficult time for us. We don't know what we don't know. You guys do.
Any measurable feedback from your team?
No questions. 5 out of 5. This
Thank you. Thank you. Warm greetings. Today's session is a special one where we will be talking through a real customer experience. I'm really glad to be joined by one of our valued clients, Mr. Edward Katona from Research Service Bureau. We Office HubTech have implemented Zoho Creator and Zoho CRM in order to support their business. Meet Ed. Hi Ed, welcome. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, Radu. Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining us, Ed. To start
Pleasure.
with some context for everyone, could you please give us a quick overview of your company, what your organization does, the industry you are in, and your location, please?
Sure. Research Services Bureau is located in Renton, Washington, near Seattle. We support the insurance industry by collecting documents and information available to ensure that the insurance companies can properly determine their claims. We specifically collect documents involving death claims. A large portion of our work involves U.S. citizens who die abroad. The collection of these documents is complicated by the number of sources and the various requirements of the custodian of records across the states and even across the world. These requests must be received by the custodian in the manner in which they prescribe: mail service, telephonically, email, fax, or in any manner, any specific application that we have to sign on to create an account and work. Managing this workflow, keeping track of the dates of submissions, the follow-ups, the retrieval of the documents and evidence, including paying for the production of the documents, is difficult to get your hands around to ensure that any single request is not lost.
That's a helpful context, Ed. Thanks for giving us a quick overview. Moving on, I would like to understand your role in this journey and how you are involved in Zoho Creator implementation.
Well, I was brought onto the team in order to select and implement a new CRM and client portal for our employees and our clients. Our previous server client platform, our client portal, was not SOC compliant. The portal was completely unsupported. The servers needed to be replaced. Finding a platform that was secure, cloud-based, to reduce our investment and provide flexibility in business continuity, and that was flexible enough to be modified for our very specific workflow and our niche clientele and business requirements. We needed to gather and articulate our requirements in very specific terms. Our clients had requirements that we had to follow, and we had to build our workflow so that we could properly deliver the product in the manner that they required. Each client is different. We developed inputs for the CRM, inputs for the portal, layouts, workflows, to include the multiple time limits and follow-ups that we needed to document, to get the evidence, the names, the types, to review it and approval process, publishing rules and approvals, all designated to obtain the required information as soon as humanly possible. This was important for our clients and for their beneficiaries and their families.
Right, that gives a good picture of how closely you were involved. With that background in mind, let's talk about the challenges you were facing before the implementation.
Oh my goodness. We're a small shop. We have a ton of work to complete on a daily basis, so time was a huge issue. Our hardware and software were old. The cost to upgrade was astronomical in our little budget. Our software platform was originally designed for a law office, so we had to shoehorn our process into what that platform offered us. While we know our job, we know our clients and their needs, we knew very little about CRM, about development, about portals, about cloud services. We engaged with several vendors before finding Zoho and Office Hub. Some pushed us toward new hardware because they sell hardware. Others claimed that their web application was superior. And our portal was a completely different animal. We required a robust two-way push from our CRM to our client's portal and from our clients into our CRM. Several of those providers that we engaged with actually lied to us. And they lied to us about MFA of all things. The problem we had was we didn't know what we didn't know. We had to explain what it is that we do, which is difficult. Several vendors misunderstood and they tried to give us a solution that worked for them, but not for us. We needed to receive an order which contained confidential and protected information, PII and HIPAA almost always. We had to review the order to determine the process to follow, the specialties involved. Sometimes we had known sources to query, and other times we had to create a canvas of providers in any given area. Think of finding a pharmacy that you use within 50 miles of your home. We had to find out the pharmacy or pharmacies that you used in record time, or finding all of the doctors that you visited in the last year. How did we do that? We have to do that. Documenting these activities, supervising the calls, the emails, the letters, the e-requests that were all made in an effort to collect this information is extremely labor intensive. It's time consuming and it's confusing. Collecting the data is one thing, but then providing the documentation of what we did, how we did it, and presenting the evidence to the client in a manner they could consume and apply to their own case seemed overwhelming. We needed to find the data, to collect it, to document it, and to provide it to the client, all in the background of PII, HIPAA, and SOC compliance as well. We needed a workflow that reduced the time spent documenting, the time spent storing, and exchanging the information that we needed to collect and provide it to our clients.
Right, that makes sense. Many organizations in the investigation industry can definitely relate to these kind of challenges. Yes, yet. So, how did these challenges impact your day-to-day productivity or business outcomes? And what made you feel a custom solution was needed?
Well, as the business grew, as we started to get into this, it became clear that the existing tools that we were using, the spreadsheets, the email lists, the mail merges, were only addressing part of the problem. We didn't fully align how our process actually worked. Commercial CRM systems were created mostly for inventory, manufacturing, sales, or legal entities. Nothing was available that we could use off the shelf. Remember, we are not technologists. We didn't know what we didn't know. And that's when we realized that a custom solution would be more effective. It could be tailored to our specific requirements, the things that we actually did. We could automate key processes, and we could provide better visibility across our teams.
That sets the stage really well and explains the decision clearly. Now that we understand the why, could you walk us through a few key modules in the Zoho Creator application?
Sure. I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank here.
Yeah,
Oh, we start with the Zoho application. The portal is key to us. We have to reduce our time with the clients. So we had to bring the portal on board. We had to design the layouts. We had to design the data capture method. We had to lead by this portal, lead our clients into providing all of the information that we need, kind of asking questions that they could fill in, and we could do that. We also wanted to be able to provide back to the client what we were doing, what days we made our calls, who we contacted with, where did we submit our applications for, what were the results of those calls, when did we get the information back. We need to receive the cases, receive the orders. We need to review them to determine where they need to go, which of our case managers are specifically trained and have the skills to handle the particular case, and that all the information was complete. We need to release it to them, and we had to supervise them as they went through their casework, as they made their calls, depending on how we engage with the custodian of records. We have to circle back and remind them that we're still here. How long will we get our information back? How much will it cost? How do we make all of these payments? We had to codify it into just a simple flow to make sure that nothing was lost. Did I answer that question right? I'm not quite sure.
Yes, yes, absolutely, Ed. That's a great overview. And I like how you explain the purpose behind each module, specifically the portal itself, right? And along with this, were there any integrations with other tools or systems? The
Yeah,
portal
they
is
were
integrated? Yes, please.
Yeah, there were integrations that were involved as part of the solution. The client portal was built on Zoho Creator and was integrated with Zoho CRM. We needed to work within our environment, but also link ourselves to our clients through the portal to ensure that there's a unified and centralized database. We weren't repeating information. We didn't have information in two places. My father used to say, a place for everything and a thing in its place. With this integration, we were very confident that we had the information. It was safe, it was protected, and we knew exactly where it was at all times. This information, the key information such as client details, case data, and related records is synchronized between our portal and between the Zoho CRM. We maintained data consistency across all systems, and we eliminated the need to duplicate entry. Time is money. If our people are entering data, they can't be making calls and collecting information that we need to have. So we're very happy so far.
You absolutely said it right here. Time is money. The integration aspect that you explained here has added a lot of value. Since the implementation, what key improvements have you noticed in terms of efficiency, time, or cost savings?
Well, receiving orders from our client portal provides an opportunity for the client to enter the data. We're not doing it. It reduces the time our staff takes in putting in data and collecting the documents and authorizations, which save us time. We built automatic triggers within the system that push the case from one phase to another without manual input. As the trigger is done, as a task is completed by the case manager, closing that task automatically moves the case to a different stage. Building automated reminders is key to us. Our case managers work as many as 40 cases at a time. They make dozens of calls each day. They receive hundreds of emails. They have to work new cases, in-process cases, closed cases, and reopened cases. At the supervisor's level, each case has to be reviewed for completeness and compliant before the client can be notified and receive the work product. This life cycle that we have can be as short as several weeks or last as long as several years. The automation that we have within our product allows that case to be moved from phase to phase, also providing the key review areas to our supervisors, who also receive hundreds of emails, hundreds of phone calls and messages, and they have to keep track of this. When they open their dashboard, they see what is pending before them on that day. They don't have to think about it. They don't have to worry about what's Ed doing on case A, what Radu is doing on case B. It is presented before them in a manner that's readily available, that's quick to take the check that they have to, and move the process along to the next phase.
Okay, that's great to hear. So the improvements directly addressed your earlier challenges, right?
They did. They put it all together and make it in one place. We don't have to look between 2 or 3 different screens. It's there. I come into work, it's before me, and I know what I have to do to get done on that particular day.
Thank you, thank you. It's great to hear once again. And have you received any measurable feedback from your team or other departments so far?
Yeah, no questions. 5 out of 5. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. We Office Uptech thanking you for this measurable feedback from RSB. Thank you once again, Ed, for that. That's really encouraging feedback that
Yeah.
you have provided.
We love it. We are not afraid to ask anything of you, and that's partly due to you're not offended by anything that we ask. If we need something done a different way, and you have been there to say, okay, we can fix that.
Definitely. We Office
As I
Uptech are
said,
there for you.
we don't know what we don't know. There more than once we sat there and we said, WTF are we going to do? And you guys have been there, and you've been able to come in and help us out, helping us with our clients, actually onboarding the clients and getting people who know less about technology than we do to use the technology. So you've had to redo your schedules and become available for us, and we appreciate that greatly.
We Office Uptech are there for you today and tomorrow.
Well, you're becoming trusted advisors for us. So thank you very much.
Thank you for sharing that, Ed. Looking ahead, do you plan to expand or enhance the solution further?
Oh, yes, we do. Hopefully our business grows. We're looking for additional industry products, for example, peer-to-peer review. We work with doctors and nurses, and they have to be reviewed from time to time, and their output have to be reviewed. And we have some resources that we can do that and bring that into this platform. We also want to expand it by bringing invoicing and our accounting into the Zoho platform. We're looking for really a one-stop shop to get everything done. Stay in the application. We don't have to go from screen to screen, tab to tab. Just stay in the application and do the work that we have to do for our clients.
Definitely. We are looking forward for the long partnership with RSB. And all right,
Yes.
Ed. Yeah. All
Long
right,
and profitable.
Ed. Thank you. All right, Ed. This will be my last question. I won't take much more of your time. Would you recommend Soho Creator and Office Update to other businesses, and why?
Absolutely. We think that the combination of Zoho's low-code platform and Office Hub's technical proficiency gives our small business the ability to compete in larger markets with confidence. We are too small and too specific to benefit from products like SAP and the other large, or should I say enormous ERP systems, with many features that we would absolutely never use. Our investment is directly related into the tasks and features that we need in our marketplace. We don't pay for features that we would never use at all.
That was really insightful, Ed. Thank you so much for taking the time to share your experience so openly. Your journey, challenges, and outcomes provide a lot of value and real world perspective. With that, we will wrap up today's session. Thanks again, Ed. Thanks for your time. Once again, thank you.
Well, thank you, Raidu. Thank you for Zoho and Office Hub and being there to help us in this difficult time for us. We don't know what we don't know. You guys do.
Yeah, we are there for you.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you. Bye-bye now.